Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to our weekly plan with me. I'm doing a voiceover over a video that I intended to be in real time. I just really wasn't talking about much, so I went ahead and sped it up just a smidge and do a voiceover. It's been like that a lot lately. Whenever I try to do a real time one, I just don't like it because I'm like, man, I'm not really saying anything. Like, it's kind of awkward. So anywho, this weekend, I was supposed to film the J Notes video. I just don't have it in me, y'all. I don't know, like maybe next week. I have to message Cindy and let her know, but I'm just not, I don't know. This is the thing. I don't like to feel phony. Like, if I don't use anything anymore, or if I don't use it anymore, I have a hard time. Plus, I feel like I've already explained my favorite things about the app in multiple videos, so it kind of would feel redundant. But anyways, this is me showing you guys the Pocket Planner in widget form, which I have been loving. I'm so in love with using it. And I'm going into planning mode so that Samsung Notes will open back up. And I am just going to go into, oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys, that's what it was. I've organized my folders. That's my sticker folder. I've got my, like, all of my folders are organized, basically. There's some folders in there that you guys can't see yet. But yes, I'm really excited. I'm happy to have it organized like this. I didn't realize how many of my actual files and products and things like that were already in Samsung Notes until I organized it. And I was like, yeah, this was a smart move because everything I use is already in here. So I should have been switched. This is last week's view, and it is a filming day on Friday. I'm actually doing the voiceover, today on Saturday, but I filmed this on Friday. And I did start doing some spring cleaning. Have you guys started using your spring cleaning widgets? I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up well over my bedtime playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. They just dropped a new update, and I have just been wanting to catch up on my gaming life. So I did stay up like a big kid, and I did play my game. But yeah, I always like. My spring cleaning lists are very helpful. I crossed off flip mattress because I am going to be budgeting. We're going to be getting an upgraded bed. We're going to switch out our little, I think it's like a queen or something. We got this when my daughter was maybe a year old. So she's 5, so we're ready for a whole new bed. We need a bigger bed, and I want to redo our room and things like that. So I did scratch that off, but anyhoot. So I started working on May's box today. I had already picked out the patterns. I actually started working on it yesterday a little bit with the mini months. And I am just really in love with it. It's very sophisticated. It just has a different feel. This is very playful, but still like that, like I said, shabby chic vibe. This next one is, I can't even describe it. It's something that maybe originally I would not have gone for, but because I've been more daring with my designs lately, I'm really feeling the vibe of this one. And the font is a duo font, and it is gorgeous. So I have been enjoying that. Samsung Notes and I have still been trying to get to know each other. We're in the getting to know each other phase. We haven't fully married or anything. We're getting to know each other. And so I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do my color changers at one point in here. And I will show you guys what I ended up doing. Right now I'm playing around with the text box situation so that I could get it set up. Because I think I was using my S6 Lite when I had set up the text to box thing whenever I do the S Pen to text. So that it'll show up in that little box. Because like if you write something, like say if you write, even if it's like over there, like attached to like a body, a text of body, if you hit the screw, the little thingamajig up there, you want to hit for it to go into a new text box and not body text. There's multiple ways to get to that menu. I know one of our customers, Roxanne, she was saying that she did it through the attachment thingamajig, but I know also you can do it this way. Someone said that you can hold it down and do it. Like, it just depends. But for the S Pen to text, I like to just have it in a box, obviously, so I can move it around like we all do. I mean, that's how we're digitally planning. I did start working on May's box the 7th, so I'm on schedule. I'm just setting up like when I'm really going to go in and really break it down. I decided too for this box or this month's subscription box coming up that I want to give, well, actually, no, let me not. Let me not share too much. I'm excited though. It looks good. It looks really, really good so far. I've already designed the sticker book. And now I'm just slowly piecing everything together inside of there. That's one of the first things I like to knock out is the actual stickers because they take the longest. And I've found a good method for doing them now for this, not the other stickers. Those I will be sending to Liz. But for the subscription box, because I'm doing this over a stretch of time, what I like to do is I like to make small bits at a time. So I'll make the date dots style 1, and then I'll organize them and put them in the sticker book. Well, crop them, excuse me, then I'll put them in the sticker book. Then I'll do the next set. And then I'll do the next set of stickers. Like each thing has a category. So I'm just doing it in pieces. So where it would have seemed crazy to like wait till the end and organize all the stickers at once, last month for April, I did it where I was like, 31 stickers here, 10 stickers here, and it was very doable. And then for GoodNotes, because I could just drag and drop from the Dropbox and I had all the folders organized by then, it was very easy to just look at my Samsung tablet and just copy what I already had. So I'm going to do the same thing this month with like that. But anyway, so to do like your inserts, if you want all of them in one place, like I wanted the color changers. And so I wanted to test it out first. I'm going to do it and then I'm going to show you. So you'll go here and you want to check mark all of them. And then once you have them all checked, you want to go over to the 3 dots and you want to hit export. And then you want to export it as a new note. And what that'll do is it's going to put all of them in one note. So that way you don't have them taking up space, like each color in its own separate thing. Instead, it's all on one note. So I've just labeled it color change inserts. And so I can just go over, of course I'm organizing. I've been organizing as I go. It's been great. But yeah, I can just go over here into the little scroll down menu and I can pick out a color as it loads up. I can pick out a color that I want to use. And I actually ended up using the orchid color because I don't think I've ever used it. Excuse me, at least not on camera. I've never used it. So I wanted to use it for this week and I was trying to decide between page 1 or 2 for the orchid one. I ended up choosing the second page because I knew I didn't have anything super crazy. It's just this week will be freebies and of course May's box because yeah, that's where that is. But yeah, a lot of my ladies are trying to give Samsung Notes a try. I think we're all spread out between the same apps that I've talked about since I've started my channel. And even though I wasn't using Samsung Notes, if you've watched my 101 digital planning series, you know then that Samsung Notes was one of the apps I recommended. So Samsung Notes, Touch Notes, Penly, and JNotes were my 4, and they still remain to be my 4. I think all 4 apps are good. I think they all offer different things. It's just right now, I really want something that's simple, that works with the actual program, so that's what I'm going with. I ended up choosing a week view from the planner files. So if you purchase one of my planners, it's going to be the weekly, daily PNG inserts. And so I'm just saving all of these on my device so that I can have them in my gallery because I was like, I don't think I have these. Or at one point I might have, but I cleared my tablet off because I was getting really close to maxing out at the 256. I had like 222 gigabytes of storage used, and my what you call it is at 256. I honestly don't ever really move anything over to my SD card, which is silly. But I was like, it's time to clear out anyways. Some of that stuff had been on there since I opened my shop. I'm no longer using those things. A good portion of it is already in my Dropbox, so it's just duplicates. And if it's not on Dropbox, it's on my iMac. So I was like, let me clear it out. So I ended up clearing out over 100 gigabytes. And so now I'm at like 101 gigabytes of storage on my tablet being used. And there's a lot more left over. So she's been moving faster. But yeah, I probably deleted these because I'm pretty sure when I did the planner that I had these inserts, which are convenient. But I will say, like, since the new planner, the 2023 planner and the Flex planner, I have personally preferred the PDF inserts. The PNG inserts are convenient in the sense that you can put them on wherever you want them. You can crop them down. You can make widgets out of them. Like, they're super fun. But to me, they're a little less convenient depending on the app you're using. And in this case, it's actually pretty convenient because Samsung Notes has the lock feature, so you can lock this PNG down and it's not going to move around. But if you're talking about an app that doesn't have that feature, or at least doesn't have a feature where you can make sure you're not moving things with that lasso tool, yeah, because I think I want to say, Penly's function for the PDF inserts are okay. I mean, PNG inserts are okay. I don't think they have a lock feature yet. I have not used Penly in a good long while, so I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Penly has the lock feature. Also, I am loving that I can rotate the text because I know for a fact that JNotes and Touch Notes, maybe Touch Notes has added that feature, but they didn't have, they didn't have the rotation thing when I was using Touch Notes. So I'm really liking having it in Samsung Notes. I'm a little sleepy, like I said. I am still drinking my coffee, and it's like 2:14. I made that earlier this morning. It's just one of those days, like, it's rainy, it's cold for whatever reasons, like the low is like in the 40s or something. There's condensation on the windows because it's super cold, but I live in a humid climate, so I've got my dehumidifiers going. My kids are like wearing warmer pajamas, like I've got on a robe, and it's spring. It's like, what are we doing? What's going on with this weather? I don't understand, but of course, the Lord said that in these times, you won't even know the seasons from another season. So it's not that shocking, but it is pretty interesting to experience as each year goes by that there's changes. It's funny because we talk about global warming and we talk about how the planet's changing. And it's so wonderful for us who are reading our scripture, because we already know that the Lord told us this was going to happen. It's not a shock. It's not a shock, and it's not something that we can stop, because if the Lord says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We can't change that. So, of course, we do our due diligence. That's not saying throw trash on the floor and don't recycle, but it is to say that no matter how much of that stuff you do, the world is going to get worse, because Scripture says it will, because it has to before it gets better. And it's Holy Week, so we can talk about stuff like this. Normally, I don't really get into heavy topics, but this is the reality of what the Lord says is going to happen into Scripture. But then we get the New Jerusalem, and we get all of the wonderful things that Christ says is our inheritance. As long as you got that holy lamp full of oil, which is reading your word, you're good. So I'm not going to lie, Samsung Notes has its things. The one thing that I really, really have found kind of annoying is, depending on the way you bring in a PDF on this app, it affects the way you can edit it. I was trying to bring in the sticker book, the empty sticker book for May, and I kid you not, it took me about 10-20 minutes. Because if you bring it in a certain way, then it will make it where it scrolls continuously. And then if you bring it in another way, it'll make it a PDF, but it won't let you save it or change the title of it. And then, like, if you bring it in through Dropbox, then it kind of acts right. Like, it's kind of weird. I have to figure out all the steps. And it's not just my products, because I've tested it out on a lot of stuff. And it does this the same across the board. So if you're getting frustrated with the way of bringing in stuff, like, I kid you not, it's not just my products. I have experienced it with multiple things, and it is annoying. So I'm just like, okay, Samsung Notes, what are we doing? What are we doing? But I will, like I said, I will have a video soon kind of going over those things. So I'm just bringing in my date dots so I can date my days of the week. I have been trying to get better at this because I realize that I, for a long time, was not dating my weeks. And now recently, especially with these date dots, I have had the push to actually do it. Even in the Pocket dailies, I was not really dating them. I went back and redated them, and then I labeled off the Pocket daily for the week that it's for, because obviously you only use it for 1 week a piece, and then you can, like, use it again however many times you want. But I'm like, Daisha, it's actually pretty good to know the dates of this stuff. Of course, I have to write in the numbers on this because with this particular gray, it kind of looks similar to this like soft green. So, yep. The date dots for this May are very pretty. They're super different. Not something I would have done, at least one of them, but I love the way it came out. I also, this is a side note, but I just want to share it anyways. I've already started working on 2024's planners. And because I have to learn the new software that I purchased, and it was an investment. Whoo, child, let me tell you, I've spent hundreds on the quality and whatnot because the Lord has blessed me. So obviously I'm going to put it back into my business and of course into my family and savings and stuff. But it was a necessary move because when I tell you this planner looks insane, I've already started with the design just to learn how to use the program because this program is extremely robust. Like this is for people who have gone to school for graphic design, and I did not go to school for graphic design. However, I have used a lot of programs that have some of these individual features. They function with that one individual feature. This program is 3 pieces of different like software styles put together, and then it has like so many features within a feature, so many things it does. I still don't know everything yet, but I have asked the Lord for his help because when I opened it for the trial just to see if it was for me, I closed it. I was confused and overwhelmed. The next day, after I prayed for his help, I was in there making the planner. God is good. And it looks insanely good. I told you all, I want to take PGL's planners to the next level. So what you see here is the last of what we'll see of this style of planner. She's been rocking with me for since last year, April, this style of planner, like the pockets, the texture, the fabric. But no, next year, I hope y'all are ready. I am putting in some serious time and work. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be this at all. So enjoy all of your pockets, enjoy all of your dashboards, enjoy all of your things. We still have like almost a full year, so you're going to enjoy and get your money's worth out of it. But next year's planners, when I say they are going to be realistic and gorgeous and just, of course, PGL style. And I want to also add more faith elements to it because one thing that has stood out to me is that I'm a faith planner shop, but my planners, especially the Flex Planner in particular, I neglected to insert more of the faith aspect to it. So this next year's planner will hold a very similar style of the Flex Planner because I just really do prefer to have the flexibility of putting what I want when I want. But it's going to, it's going to have some different things. I mean, when I say I'm going to put in the time and work, obviously, because I've already started, and you guys know, if I take a while to do something, that means it's going to come out really, 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 really good. This is like nothing you've ever seen me do before. So I'm really excited about it. And it is going to take some schooling. It is going to take me sitting and doing some master classes and stuff like that and whatnot, so I can kind of figure out what I'm doing and, maybe get on some Skillshare courses and stuff because, this is going to be relearning the entire method of making digital planners, but it'll be worth it. So anyways, my husband's home today, obviously, because of the rain. It's continuous flow of rain. So we don't let him go out and drive and stuff like that in this kind of weather because it is really, people can't drive. Over here, there are a lot of what they call transplants because Georgians, we know how to drive in rain. Like we know like, okay, it's raining. It's cool. We just know that we need to pay attention, but that doesn't mean we need to drive crazy. Whereas there's a lot of people who have moved here, so they don't know what they're doing and the driving is trash and traffic is garbage. And so, no, not worth the risk at all. So he's home. He's watching the kids for me downstairs. Well, my daughter's up here with me. And after I finish getting this video up for the weekend, because this is the only video I'm doing this week, you guys, I am working on things. Let's just say that. Obviously, of what I just explained, everything. But I'm going to do a little movie night with her tonight. We're going to watch a princess movie. But I'm trying to decide in my head which one is kind of appropriate. I'm one of those moms where I do skip stuff. Like if I feel like it does not suit the theme of our lifestyle, or if it has certain stuff in there that doesn't really take away or add to the storyline and I can just explain it to her, then, because I made the mistake of watching Frozen with her one time. And I hadn't really paid attention to Frozen that much. And normally I vet movies before we watch them together. I hadn't seen Frozen since it came out. So, yeah, I think since it came out. So I really had no idea. I forgot about the snow monster, the little thing that Elsa created I forgot all about that. So it kind of shocked her a little bit. So this time go around, I'm going to think about princess movies that I grew up watching and which ones are appropriate. And what's crazy is I think about each and every one of them and I'm like, all of them have some form of witchcraft, some form of something. So I'm just like, okay, the only one where I know she can watch it all the way through is Cinderella, but then it has that white witchcraft where it's supposed to be good witchcraft, which we know there's no such thing, but that's supposed to be what's in there, because the fairy godmother, she's supposed to be a white witch, kind of the Wizard of Oz. There's the white witch and then there's the other one, and it's supposed to be oh, there's good magic and then there's magic where they do it for evil and stuff. And anyways, I'm not going to that's a whole other rabbit hole, we're not even gonna go there, but I gotta make sure basically that whatever we watch tonight won't scare her. So I'm racking at my brain. I was gonna say Sleeping Beauty, but then I forgot all about Maleficent and how she looks with those horns. And when you think of it from the mindset of a child, it's a little bit more difficult, because of course they'll enjoy it in theory while they're watching it and they'll say their little comments. But when they go to sleep at night, that's when it really sets in and they start having those dreams. So I try to not set her up to have nightmares just to show her something I watched when I was younger, if that makes sense, because I don't think that's fair. So I am going to be thinking about that as we close in on the evening. Even the Disney Dreamlight Valley game, that's for adults. I was playing that game last night and I had my headphones on and the music was making me feel because I went into Frosted Heights, I removed the night thorns from it. And this blizzard took over the whole village and the music they played with it. And I had to go find Olaf, and he was in this weird room. And it was kind of creepy. I was like, yeah, this isn't something I would let a kid play. This game is for sure for adults, because yeah, that will cause some serious discomfort at night when the lights are low and you're sitting in your little bed by yourself. Oh my gosh. Anyways. What are you guys doing for Resurrection Sunday, which is obviously tomorrow? I'm so excited. I'm probably going to make a Sunday dinner. I try not to go out on these holidays just because where I'm from is the South. A lot of us are Christian or we celebrate, and it gets extremely, extremely crowded. And I don't do crowds very well. So we'll do probably some activities or something. I don't know. We'll find something to do. But I'll probably have them make some little crosses and do some little reading from our kids' Bible and stuff like that. And I'll teach them a little bit by bit of the meaning of Resurrection Sunday and stuff. I don't do the bunnies and I don't do the eggs because none of that has anything to do with Jesus. And I do think it takes away from the actual meaning of Resurrection Sunday. So I don't do baskets. I don't do little Easter egg hunts, because it's actually, all of that has to do with a goddess of fertility, which we know the Lord does not mention goddesses. And if you have a study Bible, it'll actually tell you some of the names of these demons that were celebrated in certain cultures. And the egg and the bunny have nothing to do with Jesus on the cross. Where is the bunny at on the Holy Week? Where does it fit in? Was there a bunny at the little stone that they moved for Jesus? Well, that Jesus moved himself to get out, or was he greeted by a bunny and they became friends? Or was there a basket full of candy and hidden eggs everywhere when he was being crucified? It's stuff like that. It's yeah, it's not necessary. It's got zero meaning and it does not connect. So I don't even teach my kids that, and we don't do it here. I don't want to confuse them. As much as people be let them enjoy their kids. You can teach them that when they get older. It's no, I'm not even going to mix the sugar in my soup. We're not going to do that. We're not even going to do that. Just get them on the right path right from the beginning. But anyways, but that's why you guys never see any kits from me come out that look like that. That's just not how we roll over here. Oh my goodness. You guys, I think what's happening right now, outside of me being tired, is it's almost that time. And then on top of that, I've been consistently pushing myself. And so I think what's happening is I'm starting to feel a little nudge of burnout, but it's not burnout. So I am going to take the rest of the evening off. I'm going to spend it with my daughter and stuff. And I think that's going to give me that little bit of rest that I need, because I don't have burnout per se. I have lots of ideas in my mind. I know when I have burnout because I never, like, I'll sit in front of a desk and I won't be able to create anything. Whereas today I've created several things and I love all of it. So I know it's not that, but I know if I push myself farther than I need to, then it will be that. I have been getting questions about this stylus on different social medias. And it's so funny because the more digital planning looks cool on Androids to people, especially when I'm posting stuff on like TikTok or like Instagram, I'll get questions like, what iPad are you using? And what stylus is that? What app is that? It's like, just because it looks a certain way doesn't make it an iPad. Like, I'm not using an iPad. I'm actually using a Samsung tablet. I'm using Samsung Notes, and I'm using a $33 stylus. It's not, it's not even a thing. I had one girl, she was like, what sleeve is that you're using on your Apple Pencil? I don't know what Apple Pencil is this skinny, but I was just like, wow. I mean, because in the in the description, it says Samsung Tab, Samsung Notes. Like, I always kind of make it clear that I'm not using an iPad, but yeah, it was just a crack up. I was kind of laughing because it's like, yeah, Android tablets are making their way. It's not like digital planning on an Android tablet was 2 years ago where, everyone was using Zoto and trying to make it pop with these Android app stuff and, sitting up here struggling and trying to make it seem a certain way. Like, we're far from that. And Samsung Notes obviously has come a far way. And these other apps, too, are starting to make their thing. We're getting more apps. I saw Flexel. Flexel's okay. Flexel was actually one of the first apps to follow me on Instagram. I tried it out again recently, and I don't like certain features of it, but it's cool. Note Shelf, on the other hand, I don't know what's going on with that app. I feel like it hasn't had any updates. Am I tripping? Does anyone use Note Shelf? And if you do, what updates have dropped recently? Because I feel like that app is that. Like, it's just like, this is it. We're done. I mean, I could be wrong, though, because I don't use it, and I don't think I've checked on it in a while, so... but granted, it's on my tablet. So it's like, if there's an update, shouldn't I see it? I don't know. Anyways, GoodNotes has announced that they have done their sync feature for Windows and Android. So you should be able to use your Windows computer with the Samsung tablet if you are not into Samsung Notes and you want to use GoodNotes. Just understand, though, that the updates are moving a little bit slower because obviously it's still in early access and there's going to be lots of bugs, lots of lag. It's going to feel very awkward. I wouldn't put a digital planner in there, but you can just take notes in it just to get a feel for it. For me personally, though, like I said, I'm just going to use Samsung Notes for now. I'm not really looking into using GoodNotes anytime soon because I already know it's going to take a hot second for them to get that together, and I'm just not in the mood to switch another app. I'm sick of apps. I'm so tired of apps, y'all. I am tired. I'm tired of learning new apps. This is it. I'm finished. I'm done. I don't care. Like, you could make a whole moon in your app. I'm not going to go see it because I'm done. I'm chilling, y'all. I am not switching. So this is it. I don't want to spend another penny, coin, nickel, dime on another app just for them to have like slow updates. I know it takes a minute. And that's just me sounding impatient. But I'm just basically, for me though, no. Because, yeah, I have people that will follow me regardless. And the thing is, I tell you guys all the time, you do not need to switch apps with me, but you guys do it anyways. And one of the things is that I have a responsibility. I don't want to keep having y'all spend money on these apps. Like, no. Yes, you're an adult. Yes, that's your decision. I always give my, statement. You do not have to switch, but many of you will. And I just don't want to do that. And on top of that, I've talked to a lot of these app owners, and a lot of them, this is either a side hustle or either, they're doing this full time, but they're focused on people who are students. So they're really focused on features that are designed for actual note taking, not digital planning. And so the features we're looking for are not going to come from that app until they knock out all of the note taking features of the app, because that's what they designed it for. So I'm just like, it's not worth the effort of going into that. It's not. I'm curious, have any of you guys tried Artful Agenda? I personally don't think I would ever, because obviously I like my planners and stuff, but have any of you guys given that a go? I don't know. It feels like there's some apps that are out here now for digital planning, quote unquote, that kind of give you your stickers and all of that, and you just do it on your phone. And it looks cool, but I personally want it to feel as much like paper planning as it can. So I like the PDF format. I like the PNG stickers. But for some of you who are just looking to get your dates and things locked down, and you just, you don't really care about stickers, you just want to jot stuff down, I highly recommend using the free calendar on your phone and on your tablet, the Samsung calendar that syncs across. You could add your Google stuff and all that stuff, because you can write your lists in the reminders. You can put your dates and it syncs together. You can do your to-do lists, and you don't have to spend money on a planner. Because some of you, I've noticed some of the ladies, not you guys in my group or customers that I have, but I've seen people comment, I just wanted somewhere I can jot down my to-dos. I'm like, you could get that for free. You don't have to even spend a dime for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to worry about that. But, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of like you want a chicken sandwich, but you go and buy a burger and then you complain about it. Does that make sense? You'd be like, I wanted a burger, but I got chicken. I just wanted a burger. It's like, well, then go get a burger. If you want to just write stuff down, do it on your calendar app. So that way you don't have to spend money and stuff and be confused and stuff. Because, yeah, I see it. I still do my research. I still read people's reviews because I want to make sure I'm not making the same errors as some other planners. And that's just the businesswoman in me. Can't help it. And I see some comments like that, even though obviously they're my competition, I can feel where they probably read that and was like, yo, I worked really hard to make this. And I put the description and you bought it knowing this. And now you're saying it's too much, or you just wanted to jot stuff down. It's like, well, then get a list, get a daily pad to just write stuff on. That way you don't come onto someone's business and complain. But that's just me. Actually, funny enough, before I shut down the website, I got a comment, an email complaining about the free Bible and how this person wanted to basically create her own Bible, and that she could care less about free covers and free backgrounds, and she wanted to basically use the PDF to make her own. And so she said she will look for a fancier Bible somewhere else. And for one, as a Christian, I'm like, where is the fruit of the Spirit at here? But on top of that, I didn't describe this as a base Bible for you to create your own Bible. Reading the description is everything in any product. So I also have been working on describing what my products are. I had a bad habit of being lazy creating my listings because I put so much work into the actual product. I'm like, I should describe more what's in here so that you know what it is when you go to look at it, because and it's not like people are going to read it, but at least I can say it's there. You know what I'm saying? At least I can say, well, I put it in the description box. So if you wanted to check it out, it's there. It's totally there. Oh my goodness, I am so cold. I had iced coffee today too. I should have had heated coffee, but I normally only do that in the winter. And to be honest, I'm an iced coffee girl. How many of you guys like iced coffee over hot coffee? Or do you guys just prefer hot coffee only? I know some people drink hot coffee year round. That's just not me. I like to have it cold. And then I slick one a donut. I want some Krispy Kreme so bad. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I want the flavor. I just don't want the bread. Does that make sense? I'm not a fan of bready stuff. Anyways, I'm going to use style 4 for my pocket planner for this week. And I just wanted to get some of the main things from the weekly view to put in here on my at a glance view, because I don't really look at my main planner on my phone. And so I use my pocket planner for my phone. Excuse me, because that's what a pocket planner is. It's literally a small planner in the physical. We're not talking about digital. It's a small planner that's skinny, that can fit in your pocket or purse, that you can take around with you. So the idea of it is that it's accessible. And so I do like to have something accessible on my phone that I can see, you know, what I had for the week, because not everywhere am I going to have, you know, my full planner. So it's nice to have something like this where I can just quickly peek at it and say, yo, what's happening? You know, what am I doing? It just makes like digital planning actually functional, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, okay, I'm actually using the stuff I bought to actually plan, to actually see, you know, what I'm doing. Because I feel like sometimes it's like, okay, we decorated it. It looks cute, but did I use it? Nope. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Y'all know I'm just cutting up. It's one of those weeks, y'all. If you've been watching me and you've been with me, then you know. Sometimes I have these kinds of plan with me's where it's just chatty and just kind of one of those things. I'll be sure to put that in the description box. What am I saying? The title, that this is a chatty plan with me. So if you're not into when I talk a lot, then definitely don't watch this, because yeah, I am chatting up. Let me not start singing. Anyways, you guys, I think once I get off of this, I am going to lay here and open my door so I can hear what my daughter's doing in her room and just disappear from my husband for a little minute. He can take care of my son down there and I can get a break, because yeah, I think I need one. I think I just need to chill. What's irking me right now, and I'm seeing this, is that the Y is cut off by this white box. It's kind of annoying. You see it, and I didn't fix it. I didn't fix it. Oh no. I really didn't fix it. I thought I was going to fix that. I can't remember. Well, I got to go back and change that then. That's irking me. Wow. This font, I got to remember the name of it. It's like Cuddle something. It's like cats on it. System font. I forgot. I think I said it in the Facebook group, so I'll have to figure out what it is. If I remember, I will link it below. If I don't, then just ask me in the comments. I will tell you. I will send you the link for it, and you'll be able to get it. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video, because quite frankly, I've talked about everything that I could think of for this 38-minute and 50-second video. I have nothing else to say. Oh, I hope you guys have a blessed Holy Week. I hope that you are resting like I'm about to. And if you are new here, do not judge me by this video. I'm actually way more exciting. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to stay updated on all things new. And I will see you all next time. Bye.